Welcome, mortals. Happy waking hour. I'm Moon, your lovely moon goddess, and today I have 3 commissions to show you. I hope you stick around to see what I've done. Side note though, my Procreate speed paints get weird sometimes and cuts off the beginning, which makes me sad, but that's okay. Let us begin. The first commission was commissioned by DoveWing32931 on Instagram. She asked me to draw her OC, Dove. Dove is this really pretty fox girl, and the first thing that I noticed when I received her design to draw was the tail. Her tail, it's so fluffy and big, and her hair is just drawn so chef's kiss. So I knew that those would be my focal points when I was drawing her. I made sure to choose a pose that was fun, almost alluring, if you will. I knew I wanted to have one of her hands up and kind of clawed in, almost like a fox. And I made sure that when I was drawing her hair, that I was shading it to be fluffy and full and beautiful and shiny too. I had a little bit of challenge when it came to drawing her outfit, but in the end it came out better than I had expected, so all ends well. Thank you, Dove. The next character that was commissioned by my lovely friend who's here on YouTube, Spidey Ivy. Spidey asked me to draw their OC, who is a big, tall spider demon lady. She's my favorite of their OCs. She has been since I've seen her. She's so pretty. Like, how can you not fall in love with that? Do you see how beautiful she is? Like, can I marry her? Let me marry her. If someone in the comments is a priest, can you marry a god and a demon? I don't care. Just let me marry her. Anyway, aside from my my gay panic, which it's a loud show when it comes to her. I was so excited to draw her. Her name is, and I'm so sorry if I pronounce this wrong, Spidey, Archine, and I was so excited. The first thing that I wanted to do with her design was, just like Dove, I wanted the hair to be highlighted. But I also wanted a pose that was mysterious. If you look at Archine, she gives off Morticia Addams vibes. If you get what I mean. So because of that, I wanted something that was mysterious but alluring. And so by having her off to the side looking at the non-existent camera, snip snip, I decided that the hair should be framing her face so a little bit is poking out, so you can only see a little bit of her. This worked out really well in my favor because she draws you in, doesn't she? She draws me in. Okay, enough of the gay panic. Anyway, so because of that, I wanted a pose, like I said, that would highlight her. So I figured that this would be the perfect fit, and it was. When it came to Arcane, her issue was the spider limbs. For those of you at home, I don't like spiders. No spider demon lady can make me like spiders. I'm sorry. If a spider is in my house, I will ask you to take it and put it outside. I'm scared. And what's worse is drawing their limbs. Let's just say I had 3 mental breakdowns. Yeah, to save both my brain and my sketchbook and my iPad. When her front limbs came out, I was done. When they came out, they were great, they were beautiful, there was nothing that needed to be changed. Didn't bother with the back ones. Because first off, her hair is the focus. And second off, I could not for the life of me make them work. Or draw them, for that matter. So I stuck to what I knew, and I went from there. I almost forgot her hat at one point, and 2 of her eyes at one point. Yeah, I kind of had a few ADHD moments and kind of forgot a few things that I went back in and fixed. I almost forgot her smoke pipe, and I went back in and I fixed it. I was just like, no, I can't forget that. I can't forget that. That's a highlight. Especially the smoke that comes out of it. I really enjoyed drawing that, though I did not know what I was doing, to be frank. I still really enjoyed it. It was fun for me. I had so much fun adding in those finer details. I'm the type of artist who really, really enjoys details. So most of the designs that I do are really, really detailed. It's why I struggle with a lot of like plain designs or plain clothing designs. It's because the urge to give it more wants to take over, but I can't give it more because that's not what the design calls for, right? Anyway, but that was something that was challenging, but it was okay. In the end, it all turned out beautiful. My brain worked, it finally kicked in, it did its job, and she turned out lovely. So, thank you so much, Spidey. The next lovely commissioner is none other than my soul sister, my bestie, my ride or die, Miss Starry Arts, who is also here on YouTube. She asked me to draw herself, her lovely star demon self, and I said, yes, of course. I can't wait, which, if you can't tell by my voice, I quite literally could not wait. I love this design. I've loved it since I first laid eyeballs on it. When I first saw the little snippet of that design, my eyeballs went, I must draw it. I must draw it. But at the time, I had way too much work and no time to draw, which was sad. But anyway, so when I was thinking of the pose for Ari, I really, really wanted to focus on Ari's personality, which is cute, energetic, and just all around fun, like a spark. So what I did was I made sure that I mapped out my focal point. My focal point this time around was definitely the hair. So what I decided to do was because the hat was in the way of me seeing any of the hair and what I wanted to do, I made sure I had a pose where she was showing the hat off. So I had it so that she had the hat to be dipped, almost like when you think of a ringmaster with his top hat and when he bows down at the end of a show. So that's sort of what I was thinking of. The next thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to highlight her horns. In the original design, if you could see, while you can see the horns, you can't really see them all too well due to Z-Hat. That was a problem. So I was happy when I realized, oh, well, I was going to take off the hat anyway. So all in all, it worked out wonders. So I added the horns, and I made sure with the hair that it was as fluffy as possible. It must be fluffy. Everything about it must be fluffy. You must see the curls and everything in amongst it. And so I did it. The hair and the shading was the best part because those were my comfort zone. I had fun with it. But when we go back to the pose, I had a few issues. And it mainly was the proportions. So for me, I'm used to curvy body types. I'm not really used to anything outside of the curvy and muscular. So this was a bit of a challenge for me. It took a few tries, and it took a few tries with especially the skirt, trying to get it to flow the way I wanted it to. I couldn't get the skirt to completely flow the way I wanted it to. It still looks a bit stiff to me, but in the end, I did it. I did it. Look, Ma, I did it. I told you I'd do it, and I did it. Anyway, the next fun thing was I got to use my light pen. I use Procreate, and you can get like different packs of like brushes that people have online for free. Don't ask me which brush it is. I do not know. I do not remember. My brain chucks it out as soon as it gets it. Anyway, so because of that, I was excited to use my light pen, and so I did all of one patch of the stars individually, and then I just copy pasted it where I needed it to, because I did not want to do all those stars all by hand by myself. I do it sometimes, don't get me wrong, but then there's other times where Mama's lazy. I'm allowed to be lazy. It's okay. I do it with my own model because my own model has stars and stuff all over it. I do it with that too. It's okay. We're fine. This is art. We can admit that, right? Right. Okay. So I, in the end, had quite a bit of fun doing that. Heck, I just enjoyed the process of it. I enjoyed the design, the gloves, the shoes. I enjoyed the shading, and I enjoyed the wings. I enjoyed my multiplier layer. I enjoyed that layer. I enjoyed my add layer to give me shine and just make everything go pop. Overall, great experience. 10 out of 10. Would recommend commissioning me so I can have more of these experiences. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Would. Definite would. Anyway, I shall let you all continue on with the speed paint, as I don't have any more comments other than I really enjoyed myself. And I hope that you guys also enjoyed this because it was fun for me. So, yeah. Enjoy the rest of the video. these were some of the commissions which I had received back in May. These are only 3 of the 5 that I received, but I hope that you enjoyed it. I understand that this video took a while, but it's my first, so I wanted to draw them the best I could. So for now, I wish you mortals a good night. Follow me on Instagram at LunaMagic and on my Twitch at LunaMagic to see me when I go live. So for now, dream of our next meeting. Bye bye.